Back here at Croke Park, it's half-time between Waterford and Tipperary. Tip leading 1 goal and 11 points to 8 points. Sir Fartamus Mackay, Gerlach Nan here in our studio. Sir, just in the break there, we've been debating the Waterford tactics. No, OK, fine. They've worked through Munster and they've got them a Munster title and so on. But dropping men back today, so far, it clearly is not working.
Yeah, Mike, it's okay. You drop them back and in the ball comes up and you have 3 half-backs on 2 half-forwards or even 3 on 1. Another thing, the sharp hook out, Tipperary are good enough. Brendan Cummins are pinning the corner-backs, Paddy Stapleton especially, and they're walking down the channels and bypassing Brick Welch. And you have Noel McGrath in picking up the loose ball. Now, Brick is having a good game, but this young Noel McGrath has got 4 points from play. So you'd have to say the Waterford forwards, or the Tip forwards, are going very well. Now, Waterford, to me, you'd have to go back to an orthodox game because they're down to 6 points. Now they'll have to go chasing. You can't go defending when you're down to 6 points. They'll have to go for broke and kind of throw caution to the wind. They're trying to be very defensively, it's okay, but just Tip forwards, they are throwing the ball around and are well on top.
You said this wouldn't work, sure.
It was never going to work today, Michael, because Tipperary had a chance to study this tactic, and we were all talking about before the game. How are you going to get past Brick Welch? So what do Waterford do? They hand them the formula on how to get past Brick Welch. We draw your 2 corner forwards so that Cummins can poke the ball to the cornerback. Cornerback runs to the 40-yard line, and now he drops the ball right in behind Brick Welch. It was crazy. Now, it's not over yet for Waterford. They've got to say, right, it didn't work. Brian O'Halloran didn't work. That didn't work. Now, let's go back to the 15 against 15. Let's go back to getting ball into Milan inside in the full forward line with our 3 full forward lines inside, and let's force Cummins to poke the ball out. To poke the ball long. Give him no alternative. If they don't do that, Tip will clean them out.
Some of those balls that were being dropped in, Tomas, into that Waterford defence, we said one of them would eventually break. And it did, and Lark Corbett was there.
Yeah, and at times you were saying, why didn't they put him out to the corners and maybe get the runners on him and stuff like that as well. But look, there's nobody on Patrick Maher here, right? He has all the time in the world to hit a long clearance, and look, there's no better man in the game than the ball coming in at the edge of the square than Lauren. He's proved so many times in the past when the need is the greatest, on the greatest stage in Croke Park.
And he wasn't actually playing that well up to that.
He wasn't playing up to that well up to that, but he's a natural instinct, he's a natural hurry, he's a natural goal scorer, and look, we saw the last day against Galway, he comes up with a winning point. He comes up with a goal here in the match, right? I mean, they need to keep him in the game, though, all the time, because he is the man that makes him take up over there with no throwing hand passes around and obviously getting scores himself. And
it's not that the full back line were playing badly, they were playing really well.
Yes, they were.
We were just after saying, listen, they're going to make a mistake. Their ball is going to break here, and just as it happened, they held out really well, but when so much ball is coming in, eventually one chance comes and no better man than Lark to put it away.
Well, that's a bit of opportunism by Lark Corbett, who was brilliant at that kind of stuff. But I mean, the man, as we said a moment ago, who really benefited from the way things were playing out was Noel McGrath.
Well, a young fella, really, but a great hurler. Came from the minors. This fella is a good hurler. They switched him in centre forward, and it's a big ask. But once he gets on the ball brought down here, he has so much skill. He's a natural. Picks it up, has a little look around, 13 in his back, cuts to, and he has left or right. He does the right thing here, and in sharp grip, flicks it overhead. Now he's doing this all day. Now Brick Welch is playing well enough, but any chance that he gets, he's going to score it. Again, John O'Brien has a little flick back. Again, bang, just flick of the wrist. You think he's going to be hooked or blocked down, no chance to see flicking. Again, like he's having a dream first half. Now, this Noel Connors is playing very well, but again, this ball breaks here, thrown out here to McGrath. Once he has the sight, go back again, left or right, back on his right this time over there. He is the two sides.
The key there is, right, he's let everybody else do the donkey work for him. Patrick Maher and all these fellas, let them go in and tackle, let them go into break watch, let them throw on the shoulder, and let him take the flick of the pass over here.
You're spot on. That's exactly Tipperary's tactics today. Get in Patrick Maher, get in the ball breakers inside, and let him win the ball and pass it back, not forward. And next thing, the man is back. Owen Kelly was back there as well. He got a point the very same way. They have the man placed on the 50-yard line, straight shot over the bar.
Well, when you have target shooters in the team like that, then why not do that up front for Waterford? Once again, John Milan has carried the burden for most of it.
Yeah, and I mean, he's been well marshalled, I suppose, as well. But look, I mean, he's a fantastic performer, and like, he's the man that's, if they're going to get back into this game, he's the man that's going to bring it forward to them as well, And look, we've seen this so many times, so many years and stuff like that as well. But again, he's up there on his own. He's leading kind of a lonely life above there at the moment,
He's living on crumbs.
He's leading on crumbs, and he needs to get a bit more support. I mean, this is coming away out the field, and they're fantastic scores, and they're inspiration scores, and like, he is on his game, and when he's on his game, you must give him possession, you must give him ball, and I mean, that's something that Waterford will have to address. Sir mentioned about a 3-man full forward line. Whoever goes in there, it will give Milan more space, it will give him more room to actually, because he'll have a bit of support there.
Okay, we're headed off to another break. Stay with us for more on this All-Ireland semi-final straight after that. Now, plus remember, our big competition here on the Sunday game. Now, you might be going to the All-Ireland hurling final. Now, just a word on a very special OB Sport programme tomorrow night here on RTE Television. We have extensive highlights of this week's European Swimming Championships, including Grania Murphy's magnificent silver medal in Budapest yesterday. So that's OB Sport tomorrow, and that's at 8 o'clock on RTE2. And great celebrations, I've no doubt, down in Wexford with all of that. Now, we'll be going back to the action shortly here on the programme. But first, we're giving you the chance to be here in Croke Park for hurling's big showdown in September. Now, we have teamed up with Etihad Airways, sponsor of the Senior Hurling Championship, to offer you at home the chance to bring a friend or family member living overseas home for hurling. Now, Etihad Airways will fly your nominated friend or family member plus a guest from any of their destinations worldwide back to Ireland in time to catch the All-Ireland hurling final. Then you in turn will be able to visit your guest, as you will also receive return flights for two from Ireland to that person's destination. Now, this great prize includes 4 tickets to the All-Ireland final, 2 nights accommodation in a top Dublin hotel for 4 people and €1,000 to spend. Now, for your chance to win, you can answer this. Who are the defending All-Ireland Senior Hurling Champions? Is it Kilkenny, Tipperary or Antrim? If you think you know the answer, call 1515 717182 or text the word hurling followed by your answer and name to 57111. Viewers in Northern Ireland can also text 57111 or call the number on the screen. Now, you must be over 18 to enter. Full details are on RTE Airtel page 193. The lines will close at 12 p.m. tomorrow, and we'll announce the winner during sport at 7 extra on RTE Radio 1 tomorrow evening. OK, give it a go, as they say. It might be you. Meanwhile, back here at Croke Park, it's half-time in the hurling semi-final between Waterford and Tipperary. Tip leading 1 goal and 11 points to 8 points, before an attendance of 49,754. Is it going to be Tip to win this match, or can Waterford do something drastic?
Well, there's a few things you have to look at. You know, Tipperary's old record of the past and their old fault of idling in front. That's number one. You know, when they get up a big lead, they often tend to fall back and let the other team come back at them. Now, I also think that at the half-hour line, they're not winning enough ball. Garrod Ryan is getting no ball there. Wouldn't be surprised to see somebody like Padbuck coming in. You know, everything isn't proper for Tipperary either.
No, it's not. I mean,
there's no changes, by the way, on the Waterford team, so they're leaving things as they are at the moment.
They are, but I really think they need a goal or two, as many as they can get. And I really think after about 10 minutes, Big Dan will have to come on, because OK might be pushing on, but he is very strong around the
I presume that'll be the plan.
They'll have to, because like they need a goal or two to get back into this game. 6 points down. The points that they're getting for play OK, but Tipper are good enough to go on and get points
but
as well.
We've seen Waterford, though, Michael, so many times in the past being in this position, right? And
yes.
I mean, he came with a game plan to actually hold Tipperary for as long as he could.
Yeah.
He's got to change that now, right? But we've seen them play with a freedom and getting scores from every angle and stuff like that. And they need to go back to that now at this stage. They need to start getting runners at the Tipperary full back line that we said might be under pressure and stuff like that. This time round, they're being cleaned out inside there by Paul Curran and Conor O'Mahony. And they need to start turning the ties the other side. They need to start taking ball. And you can't do that with 4 and maybe 3 forwards up in the front position. You've got to have 6 forwards in their positions.
Yeah, and they're playing very much like they played against Galway. You know, Tipperary kind of falling behind, in drawing level, and then the burst before half-time. You know, they got 3 points before half-time. That's a huge psychological boost to them. But Waterford now have to take the game, as you said, right from the very, very start, go back to their formation, and in that way they still have a chance of winning the game.
Absolutely.
One thing I want to ask you about the change they made in the first half. They bring in the young lad into the game, the 19-year-old. Then they take him off after about 15 minutes or 20 minutes because it's not working. Psychologically, that's not sending out great messages. They've got that in reverse,
though, Michael, right? They should have started. They should have started with Prendergast, right? Because in the battle of an All-Ireland semi-final, Prendergast was the man to take the heat out of the game. And suddenly, when the game opens up in the second half, if this player is as good as what we've made out to him, which he is a very good player, that was the time to bring in when the game has opened up a bit more.
But Michael, see what Tipper do now. They're 6 up. Waterford got up out the second half, all eased up, mad for action. What to do? They're going to leave them raw there. Any of us will do it. They'll come out and say, listen, win the throw in, get the next point or two, tack on, go from 6 to 7 to 8. Everything else then is a bonus. It's going to be very hard for Waterford. I can't see them making a comeback unless they're able to get them goals. And the camouflaged up to the likes of Kim McGrath and these lads, they're going to be brought into the battle. So like Davy's still trying to drive them on there. He's already done this now inside in the dressing room, and it's very hard to go around to all the players again. Whereas Tipper kind of making sure that they're kind of maybe losing their focus, leaving them out there on their own.
They are behind behind in the match, but I mean 6 points is not insurmountable.
It's not insurmountable. I've seen some Waterford teams to the past being 8, 9 points down, and they've rallied, and you'd expect that from Waterford. I mean, they've put so much into this. They're so well organised. They are very fit, and they've got stronger as the match has gone on. Certainly in the second half. I mean, the key here is start the second half and get 1 or 2 points on the board and take the game to Tipperary.
And don't concede a goal early on to Tipperary.
Oh yeah, that'll be the end of it. Okay, let's head back to the commentary box to rejoin Marty Morrissey and Donal O'Grady.